Alright guys, hey, welcome to another video. I decided to rank all of the movies that I saw in theaters in 2025. Grab your hot chocolate in the pumpkin mug and your toast pusheen plushie and enjoy. First off, I want to talk about shows I've watched this year. So out of all the series I've seen this year, the only one that I really like, I don't know, it's from, I think the first season came out in 2022 and the second season actually came out this year. I mean 2025. Yeah, and that's SAS Rogue Heroes. Usually buy everything on DVD, on physical media. I just hate streaming services a lot. Yeah, so I got the DVD off Amazon. It was only like 15 bucks. It was not expensive at all. Has 4 discs in it. And I cried several times. It is amazing. I don't even know, like, should I tell you what it's about? Oh god. Why am I not prepared? This is about the special air service that was in the Second World War, and it mainly focuses on the tasks they were set out to do in this time, and on the two characters inspired by like real people, the David Sterling and Patty Mayne. Yeah, I just little spoiler for the ranking. I became obsessed with the actor Jack O'Connell this year, and watched like a lot of movies and TV shows he did. That's how I like found this show, and I'm really glad I found it. And I heard they're making a 3rd season. I'm really hyped for it. Yeah, SAS Rogue Heroes is my favorite series of the year. Anyway, so I'm gonna rank my top 10 favorite movies that were not from this year, that I just discovered this year in 2025, that I've never seen before. And at number 10, I said I don't have the DVD because I watched it on Netflix, shame on me. It's called Unbroken. It's also again with Jack O'Connell. Once again, I cried. It was a really beautiful movie. At number 9 we have, so I love going to thrift stores, right? Like those secondhand DVD and CD shops, and I found this with Nicolas Cage. A really wild story. It's a lot. They're speechless. So yeah, number 9 favorite movie this year. And number 8, I don't have the DVD because I watched it in cinemas for its, oh my god, was it the 25th anniversary or the 30th anniversary? But on my number 8 is La Haine. Yes, I've never watched it before. It has been on my watch list since forever and just never got to watch it. And then I watched it for the first time in cinemas, which was amazing. Yeah, I loved it. Number 7, we have Easy Rider. My dad recommended me this movie, and holy shit, it's plays in the 60s. It's just about America and freedom and what it means to be truly free. And number 6 we have Rebel Without a Cause, also a very old movie with James Dean. Really love this one. I also remember that my dad always had a poster of this movie poster, he had this metal poster in his hallway for a long time. I don't know what happened to it. At number 5 we have another movie with Jack O'Connell. He's a good actor, okay? I'm not making the rules. And that's Startup. It's about this guy in prison. And I don't know if this is a spoiler. Spoiler warning. So it's about this guy who's in prison and about his dad who's also in prison. And yeah, they deal with anger issues and many more issues and life. At number 4 we have another old movie that my dad recommended to me, and that is Bullet. Because there came a movie out this year, one battle after another, and everybody was praising the one car chase scene with like the hills and shit. Guys, if you think the scene in One Battle After Another, the car chase is good, you have not seen Bullet yet. You did not see Steve McQueen in Bullet yet. At number 3, can't believe I have not watched this one before it, and it's The Lost Boys. You know, I buy a lot of stuff secondhand, but this fucking DVD, I didn't even find it in a store. I bought it off Amazon, and the fucking like cover, everything was so musty and like dirty. Usually I don't clean shit because I don't care, but this DVD, I deep cleaned it. It's also so scratchy. Like I'm surprised that it actually works. It wasn't so bad condition, but you know, as long as I can watch the movie, I don't really give a fuck. At number 2, goddamn, already like the top 2 movies. And number 2 is Wild at Heart. this is in VHS, by the way. Story of how I watched this. So when David Lynch passed away, my cinema that I work at, we had a little David Lynch week where we showed some of his movies. And I went Wild at Heart not knowing anything about the movie. And holy shit, I loved it. Then I went to my local DVD store, like secondhand store. And he didn't have it on DVD or Blu-ray, so I got it on VHS because I do own a VHS player, as everybody should, because physical media in every form is just superior to fucking streaming, says me who literally owns, has a Netflix account. You know, growing up I was realizing that me, that we're the problem all along. This is what real love is, man. Also, I think Willem Dafoe's in there, right? Watch Wild at Heart. I think it's like his David Lynch's most hated movie. I love it. I love it. 10 out of 10. I don't give a fuck. And now my favorite movie that I've discovered this year that I did not watch before. Actually, like, this is just me being the biggest red flag ever. It's Buffalo 66. So it's this movie about Billy Brown. Maybe you've seen some edits on TikTok as well. And Layla, he kind of kidnaps her, and they go on a little emotional journey. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep, so those were my top 10 favorite movies this year that I've discovered in 2025. And now let's get on to my ranking of every movie I've seen in theaters in 2025, and I'm gonna rank them. But a little disclaimer, I live in Germany, and some movies that have come out in other countries did not come out in Germany yet. For example, I think many people already watched Marty Supreme. Currently, I'm filming this on the 2nd. It's right on the 2nd of January 2026 for me. And for example, the movie Him, it never got released in Germany. It never got released. At least not like near me. Or another movie, The Ugly Stepsister. I got it on DVD, but it played in my cinema for one screening, and I had to work that day, so I couldn't watch it. Another movie I was really pissed at, Roofman. Roofman did not play anywhere near me. I really wanted to watch Roofman. Yeah, so if some movies are missing on my list, it might be because either I didn't speak to me or the movie did not come out of my country yet. My opinion, my taste, my ranking is not your ranking. If I put fucking Five Nights at Freddy's 2 before one battle after another, crucify me, but that's just my opinion. Hate me, love me. That's so great about having different opinions. It's like, oh my god, like she really loves Five Nights at Freddy's 2 more than Frankenstein. Oh my god, that's like so crazy. If that's the case, then that's the case, and that is the case. But please tell me your lists down below. I would love to know what your favorite movies of 2025 were. My fucking battery died. Welcome back. And I counted all my movie tickets. I watched 75 movies this year in cinemas. That's a number. Now, one other disclaimer I forgot to tell you before my battery ran out. There were a few movies that were not released in cinemas, at least not where I live. For example, Frankenstein. I really, really anticipated this movie, and then they said that it's gonna be a Netflix only release, and I was really pissed because fucking Guillermo del Toro. I want to see that shit on screen. Like, I still included those movies like Frankenstein or K-pop Demon Hunters or what else? Wake Up Dead Man. Once again, another movie I'm really pissed I did not get to see in cinemas. Like at first I didn't want to include them because I was like, I just want to include movies that also played in cinemas. But then I watched Nuremberg and in cinemas, and it's a streaming only movie as well. Anyway, also, ich kann nicht mehr reden. So it's like, yes, just include all of them. Also, some movies might have been released in 2024 in other countries. For example, Anora. I think the movie got released in 2024 in other countries. But here, it was released. Okay, I watched 75 movies this year in cinemas. However, 12 movies do not count because they were specials. So I told you about the David Lynch thing we did when he passed away. We showed some movies of his, and we also have this thing at my cinema that we're at called Best of Cinema, where we show one old movie on every first Tuesday of the month. So I watched some of them. Blue Velvet, Wild at Heart, Garage, Clockwork Orange. Full metal jacket. So 28 days later. You cannot see shit. And the one that I was most excited for, fucking Sin City. Pulp Fiction, also insane. La Haine. Sie leben, They Live in the original. But yeah, this doesn't count because I watched Dracula in France, but I watched it also in Germany, so, you know, double. And, oh my god, of course, Star Wars Episode 3 in cinemas. Fucking nuts, mate. Was fucking bonkers. I even got this nice poster in the back. You cannot see. Yeah, I can see it. It's fucking amazing, mate. Fucking loved it. Enjoyed every second of it. We're gonna start with number 63. My least favorite movie that I watched in cinemas this year. Because I was so hyped for it. Because I watched Cobra Kai. And I got into the whole Karate Kid. My last place this year is fucking Karate Kid Legends. What was that? The thing is, my memory is bad. My memory is really, really bad. So for most of these movies, I would probably just be like, I didn't like it because, I didn't really like it. Through this, I have letterboxd. If you want to follow me, by the way, my name is Ryraki. It's spelled like this. I always review them after I watch the movie and where the memory is still fresh. So I ranked these based on my rating that I did that day, because that day when I watched the movie, I actually remembered the movie because it just happened. But right now, if I see a movie from fucking the 3rd of June, sorry, but I forgot, even, especially when it was spelled like Karate Kids, like, I will not remember much. Number 62, this is going to be really controversial because I think there are a lot of people that love this movie. And at number 62, second last place, we have, fucking hell, we have Black Bag, the one with Michael Fassbender, and I forgot all of the other people. I even dragged 2 of my friends with me on this trip. I dragged 2 of my friends with me because I was like, it looks so promising. Once again, I cannot tell you one thing that happened. I cannot tell you one single plot thing that happened. It was so forgettable and so boring. If I cannot remember a movie, holy shit. By the way, my mom made this sweater. Can we please appreciate that? Really quick second. My mom made this herself, like hand knitted. I don't know. She's a wizard actually. She's a witch. Love my mom. Me mum. See, this is where I already messed up. This is where I already messed up because I have my little tickets here, you know, and then there's some movies that got released on fucking Netflix only, you know, and I got fucking mixed up in the list. So number 63, last place was Karate Kid. That's a fact. But there was a worse movie before Black Bag for me, and that is Kpop Demon Hunters. In my defense, want to know the story how I watched Kpop Demon Hunters and why? So I don't know why I just showed that. The movie that is my number 1 that we will get to. I liked it so much that I got a whole sound system for my TV. I got like a subwoofer with a soundbar and 2 little tiny speakers. This is my TV. This is the subwoofer, the soundbar, and there are 1 and 2 little speakers. I got this, and as I was still trying to set up and trying out all the different modes that you have in there, I was like, because it was the day that Kpop Demon Hunters came out, so I opened Netflix because I just wanted to put on some new shit because it will have like the best sounds. And then I saw, okay, Kpop Demon Hunters, it looks like animated, it looks like it will have a lot of music and a lot of sound effects. I was like, I'm just gonna let this run in the back while I am setting up my sound system. So yeah, this is how I watch Kpop Demon Hunters. And the thing is, this is also what I wrote my letterboxd review. If I were 6 years old and watched Kpop Demon Hunters, holy shit, I would be obsessed. 6-year-old or like 10-year-old me, I would have been obsessed. Holy shit, especially because of the main character is called Rumi. My name is Romy. I would have been obsessed with. She's pastel purple hair, my favorite color. I would have been obsessed. However, I'm not 10 years old anymore. I'm actually 24. So it didn't really get to me that much. Yeah. Now let's come to place number 60. Also really controversial. I was really hyped for this movie. I'm gonna say once again, the reason why most of these movies that are really low on the list are low, because I had crazy expectations for them. So yeah, speaking of, number 60 is Die My Love. I sat in the cinema, and if it would be in my living situation and in my mental space, and then after the shift that you had, go to watch this movie, you will not enjoy this. There are some types of movies that only a certain types of group of people will be able to enjoy. There are many movies about mental illness and how people deal with them. For example, I really enjoyed the movie Joker from 2019. and how kind of his way of dealing with it was portrayed. Then again, Die My Love, for example, it didn't help me at all. Like, when the movie was over, I was even more fucking depressed already am, and like, the movie might have been well shot, good acted, but I'm ranking and liking movies based on how they make me feel. I'm not necessarily saying that if I watch a happy movie then it's gonna be higher on the list, and if I watch a sad movie that triggers me it's gonna be lower, unless that's not what I mean. It's just there's different types of sadness. Oh my god, we're getting way too deep into this. Die My Love just did not get me in a good mental headspace. Like, I was not feeling well after this movie, and yeah, that's what the movie is supposed to be. You're not supposed to feel well after watching Die My Love. You're supposed to feel this. This is my fucking ranking. I don't give a fuck. I hated the movie. I'm never gonna watch it again. Number 59. Holy shit, again, I'm gonna get hated on for this so bad if somebody that is out there watching this video right now. Number 59 is Sorry Baby. I saw that it was so hyped online, and I saw the post with the little kitty. I was like, oh my god, I love cats. I'm gonna watch the movie. Again, I dragged a friend with me because I was like, I think this movie might be good. Again, I dragged a friend with me, and then we both ended up hating the movie. And I just, like, it's just a movie that I don't want to see. Like, with most movies I watch, I don't know what they're about. Like, I don't watch a trailer at first. I just see the title, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go in, see the poster, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go in. And same was with this. Like, I didn't know what it was about. When I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. I hated this. I did not like this at all. It's just totally not my type of movie. Number 58 is, God, it was so disappointing. Again, had high expectations. It is I Know What You Did Last Summer. In German, Ich weiß, was du letzten Sommer getan hast. It was in July. Holy shit, I don't remember shit. I just remember that was terrible. It sucked. At number 57, now let me explain myself. Number 57, we have Wicked 2. I did not watch Wicked 1. Do you want to know the reason why I watched Wicked 2? Okay, so I saw this edit on TikTok of the Tin Man. That had 1 minute screen time in the movie. And I watched that edit and I was like, can I fix him? Is this a tragic character? Is this a tragic hot guy character? And yes, indeed it was. I enjoyed the 1 minute of screen time he had. I enjoyed the 1 minute of screen time. However, the rest of the movie, the fucking like press tour thing they did, like that went all around the social media platforms. What the fuck? I'm getting so hot. I cannot take this anymore actually. Number 56. We have Anaconda. Okay. We have Anaconda. Once again, a movie that I was really, really excited for and got very, very, very disappointed because it was like fucking Steve Zahn, like the one that played Frank Heffley in Greg's Diary of Wimpy Kid. I was hyped. Also Paul Rudd, the guy with the pretty eyes, Ant-Man, and fucking Jack Black. I was so hyped. Holy shit, was it shitty. I don't watch comedies. But I was really hyped for Anaconda. At number 55 we have, okay, in Germany, in my cinema we have this thing called Sneak, where every Tuesday at 9 p.m. there will be a movie played and you will not know what the movie is, so you just go in there blindfolded. And the movie that played that day was Memoir of a Snail. I think it was an Australian movie that came out in 2024 in Australia actually. It was this kind of like Tim Burton animation, like with real figures. And it was about this family and this girl and just her life story with her brother. It was really, really amazing. It was not a movie that I would have typically watched. Not really my genre, that's why it's kind of low on this, but I still really, really enjoyed it. And at number 54, please don't ask me why this card looks like this, but it's The Bad Guys. It's a long story why it's written on there. It's a very long story. The Bad Guys 2. Die Gangster-Gang 2. I'm gonna be honest, I thought the wolf looked hot. There it is, I'm sorry. I just thought that the wolf looked hot and that's why I went to watch it. And yes, in fact, the wolf is hot. But that's about it. Thing is, Thing is, you know, back in my day, back in my heyday, back in my day when movies were made for children, back in 2008 when they released Kung Fu Panda and I watched that in the movies, in the movie theaters, and I saw the escape scene with Tai Lung. I lost it, mate. I fucking lost it. It was fucking bonkers. I actually had a little camera back in the day, and when it was playing on TV, Kung Fu Panda, and the escape scene from Tai Lung came on, I recorded it with my little pink camera that didn't even have audio, I just had the pictures. So I rewatched that scene over and over and over again. It was like TikTok, but in 2008. You wouldn't get it, man. You wouldn't get it. It's not clocking to you. It's not fucking clocking to you, man. Okay. Next up we have another kids movie, and it is Sonic 3. I watched this with the most random coworker of all time that quit after like 1 week, but I loved him. I only watched it because of Shadow, because I saw some trailers, and Shadow did not disappoint. I love me some tragic backstories. Love me some childhood characters. Was a cute story, not that special, not fucking groundbreaking, but yeah. Next at number 52, we have a movie that I watched in Ireland, that I watched in Limerick. I was Now You See Me in the Omniplex cinema in the, was it the Crescent Shopping Center? Next to the Crescent Shopping Center, yeah. I had high expectations for this, and I went into the cinema and there were only 5 rows, and each row had like 5 seats, so only 25 seats in the cinema. And the thing is, they had these double seats for couples or single seats, and of course I went to Ireland alone. Like, I'm always a solo traveler because I don't need nobody. I'm a lone cowboy, I'm a lone ranger. And they were like, oh, the thing is, I usually always sit like pretty much in the front, because when I watch a movie I don't want to be in the back and just see the screen. Like, if I, you know, then I can just fucking watch movies at home if it looks more like it too. But like, I want to sit in the front, where in my Totenwinkel, so that I have like nothing in my, you know, view except the screen. Like, I want to be in it. And nobody is there, because nobody sits in the fucking front, so you're alone. There's nobody in front of you with their fucking phone all the time. There's nobody behind you that can take your seat. You just have peace and the movie and yourself and happiness. So yeah, that's what I always do. But in this case, they only had 1 single seat left, because if I would have sat in the front, I would have paid double the price, because it was a double seat and I was a single. Why the fuck do you make movies like this? Movie theaters like this? I don't like this. Yeah, and Now You See Me fucking sucked. I had to sit in the very back, at the edge, and I couldn't even see the down left corner of the screen because the fucking stairs were covering it. How do you create? It was a new like movie room, ein neuer Kinosaal, and how do you design it so that, first of all, you will have issues with picking a seat, because you might have to pay double when you're single and there are no seats left in, you know, in the area you want. Like, and then you can't even see the whole screen, and then you could order food during the movie, and next to me were these fucking teenagers making out the whole movie and ordering fucking pizza the whole movie. Like, every 10 minutes there was a fucking theater employee coming in with a whole tray of food right in front of me, because I was sitting right at the stairs. Yeah, Now You See Me also was not that good. It wasn't that bad, but also not that good. And again, my whole movie experience always, I can't help it. It will play into my ranking, because if the movie experience was bad, then the movie will be bad for me. Not the movie's fault, however, that's just fucking life is. That's just how life is, and this is how the ranking is. Number 51, oh my god, I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna go on such a big rant. Number 51 is Formula 1. Okay, so once again, guess who was really hyped for this movie? Because she used to watch Formula 1 with her dad every Sunday in the early 2000s, when Michael Schumacher was still there. And my dad showed me, since I was a little kid, so many documentaries on Formula 1 drivers, Ayrton Senna. One of my favorite movies of all time is Rush, the one with about Niki Lauda and James Hunt. And then comes this Formula 1 movie out about a fictional driver with fictional stories, and then they have the balls to mention fucking Senna. one of the greatest Formula One drivers that has ever lived that passed away in, was it 1990? I think it was in the 90s. And mentioned like his name, like, oh my god, he's just like as great as Senna. Like, no matter how good the movie wasn't even that good. There were so many shots that were so visibly CGI and fucking fake. Of course, it's a movie. Movies are often about fictional stories, you know, that's just how it is. But I've just such a personal problem with fictional Formula One characters because there are so many people. I actually have a book. I found it. I haven't finished reading it yet, but it's from Gerhard Berger called Grenzbereich. Like a real Formula One driver. There's just so many people, so many stories you could have made. And Hollywood chose to fucking create Sonny, whatever the fuck his name was, and make a movie about him. Why? I don't know. I mean, like, if they would have done that, okay. But then there were so many. Wasn't there also fucking Max Verstappen in the movie? Like, actually playing, like some, wasn't also Lewis Hamilton in there? Like some small cameos. Like, I just have really immense big fucking problem with mixing fiction with reality. Especially when the reality of the sport was, especially in the past, so fucking brutal and so fucking tragic, and that I have a big issue. Can you tell that this is very affecting me personally? Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Number 50. Number 50. A movie that I was also hyped for because I really love these creatures. Wolfman was one of the first movies I watched that year. I think it was in January. Yeah, 27th of January. It had a really cool vibe. That's what I remember. I remember like the forest. Like, sometimes you watch a movie and you feel like you're really in the movie. And that's what the movie did to me. Like, I actually felt like I was like in the action in the forest. But it seemed to not have been that special because it's still pretty low on the list. Number 49 is a pretty funny movie. Number 49 is In the Lost Lands. It's, guess I could say it's like, it felt like a fucking early 2000s fantasy movie. I fucking loved it. And the thing is, I am that kind of person that is so stupid and will never see a plot twist because, spoiler, the one guy that turned out to be the fucking werewolf, that he turned out to be a crazy plot twist, and like, I love like fucking werewolf transformation scenes, and I fucking love that. So, that movie wasn't that bad, I'm not gonna lie, this was a big surprise. I had low expectations, and I was surprised that the movie was mid. In the Lost Lands. Now we're getting to the good stuff, guys. Next up is the Jujutsu Kaisen execution movie. Gotta be honest, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. Fucking Tuji is actually my phone case like background. But I was kind of pissed because in that movie they just showed a recap of the Shibuya arc, which was amazing. And only like 5 minutes from the new season. We were promised a bit more in the trailer, so I was kind of pissed about that. Number 47, Together. The way I'm like trying to pick. Guys, can you see the movie? Together. There was one scene that jump scares usually don't work with me, but there was one scene where she's like, or he, I don't remember who of them it was like behind this glass door. Like, that scared shit out of me. Like, I think a jump scare happened after that, and that scared shit out of me. And the ending, what the fuck? That is just one of those movies where the ending actually terrified me because I'm like, okay, if that would have happened to me in person, like in real life, I really wouldn't like that. Like, for example, if I were in the Halloween franchise with Michael Myers, you know, fine with that. However, in fucking Together, number 46 is a movie that is a lot of people's favorite movie of this year. It is Superman. I've never really been a Superman fan. I still think that my favorite portrayal that I've seen is the Henry Cavill one. It was from Zack Snyder, right? It was like a kind of darker Superman. But what this movie showed me, what I found really interesting, especially because a lot of like movies with the vampires came out this year, like Nosferatu, Dracula, and Sinners, and I really always like into vampires. And then Superman, there was this one scene where he felt really bad. And he felt really bad because he was trapped inside without sunlight. And Superman needs sunlight to kind of resurrect. And that's just such a crazy concept to me. I was like, damn, like I wish this was my favorite movie of this year. Like, looking back, like I wish Superman was my favorite movie of this year. I wish that I would relate, I wish that I could relate to a character like that, like genuinely. he's just such a nice guy, such good acting. 45, again, a movie I was really hyped about and I had kind of mixed feelings about. I was really hyped for this because of the trailer, fucking Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal and Austin Butler. Okay, hot take. I didn't know what the movie was gonna be about. It was about the fucking year 2020 that we've all experienced and everything that came with it. And I don't know, it was kind of still a fresh topic to me because in my head 2020 was like a week ago and when it was actually 6 years ago. Insane, right? And this movie was very realistic, very raw, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a fucking child still. When I see movies like this that depict this kind of reality, it is extremely well made and I can get it why it's gonna be in like the top 10 or maybe even top 3 for most people this year on their list. But I personally, I did not feel good after walking out of the movie because there was, oh my god, I remember there was this guy in the very back of the movie theater laughing at so many scenes. Like there were so many people laughing all the time when I just sat there fucking like devastated at what just happened and what it meant for the characters, and especially how the Joaquin Phoenix character, how he ended in the movie. That's just like, that really got me, and it took like for me a few days to actually like mentally recover from what happened, because sometimes the fate of characters really affect me emotionally. At number 44 is, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's called Novocaine. In German it's called Mr. No Pain. Probably because of that, because we cannot fucking pronounce it. It was kind of good, it was kind of funny, not that deep, but I really enjoyed it. Number 43. Number 43, we have a movie that everybody hated. Everybody that came out of this movie in the cinema fucking hated, shitted on this movie so bad. I was the only person, I swear to god, I'm the only person on this planet that actually really liked the movie, and that is The Monkey. I fucking love this movie. It was about this toy animatronic little monkey, and when it fucking did the bing bong thing, somebody would fucking die, and it was a tale about these two brothers. And the thing about horror movies is, everybody's like, if I'm gonna go into a horror movie, I wanna be scared, I wanna be terrified, I wanna have jump scares and shit. If I go into a horror movie, there are rarely any horror movies that genuinely scare me. I think when I was like 14 and watched the first Conjuring movie for the first time, that shit scared me. And for me, fucking Eddington is more of a horror movie than The Monkey. I think it's really, the genre really only depends on your view on the movie. Because once again, for me, Eddington is more of a horror movie than The Monkey for me. The Monkey is just a tale of these two brothers and one of their childhood toys that I think their dad gave to them. And of course, like, you know, people die in gruesome ways, and that's why it's considered horror. But in my mind, genres kind of work differently, so I don't go into a horror movie because I want to get spooked. In every movie I go in there for their story. I do not care about the genre. Except for Anaconda, I wanted to laugh. And I didn't laugh once. Number 42. I was also really hyped for this movie, and it was good, but I don't know why it's so low, but it just, I don't know. At 42 we have The Smashing Machine. The trailer I thought was crazy, because what do you mean Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does a serious movie? Actually, I think I've never watched a movie with The Rock. It just didn't get any higher because there are other movies that just resonated more with me personally. Because I never did like any like fighting sports, or didn't have any. For example, fucking Formula 1, like I had a big personal problem with the movie because of my past, because of what my dad showed me, and fighting is not really my thing, so that's why it's not higher on the list, because of my personal preferences. So at number 41 we have Ballerina. This one was really fun. This one was really cool. I had high expectations and they were kind of matched? Is that the word? Really cool fighting styles, the John Wick cameo. Fucking love John Wick, fucking love Keanu Reeves. It was a solid movie, that's all I'm gonna say. It was a solid fucking movie. And after that, at number 40, we have Mickey 17. It was really cute. It was really good. I have nothing bad to say about this. It's just not fucking groundbreaking to me, not fucking world-shattering. It was a good movie. Nothing bad to say about it, but there was just 39 movies that I liked more, with number 39 being Until Dawn, another movie that many people fucking despised. But I really liked, especially the one scene. There was this one guy that I liked. I don't remember the character's name, of course. But this one guy that also drove the car. And there was this one scene where they were like kind of... They were all transforming into something, right? I don't really remember the movie anymore. And they were like spike scoring from his back. And like there was just one thing that I thought was really fucking cool. And sometimes it just takes for me one scene in a movie to make me absolutely fall in love with the movie. And that scene... There was this one moment, it's like 1-2 second moment that fucking stuck with me that that would make me want to watch the movie again, so that's why it's at number 39. At number 38 we have a movie that I have no card for, and that is The Ugly Stepsister. I have it on DVD though. Right there. Yeah, it played in our movie theater one time when I worked, as I said. I watched it on DVD because I really wanted to watch it. And it was good. I really liked the setting, like where the time era where it played. Great acting. I think it was like wasn't it a Swedish movie or a Danish movie? It was some European movie. Yeah, it was something new that I have not seen before. Number 37 we have The Black Phone 2, but on the card it says sneak preview because I actually accidentally watched it in the sneak. Yeah. Okay, so the first Black Phone movie was is actually one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Especially Vance Hopper. I fucking love Vance Hopper. Sometimes the characters that have 2 minutes of screen time are my favorite characters, and I do be hating it. I had very high expectations, and the movie was good, don't get me wrong. There was just this very unnecessary fucking love story. I hate it when there are unnecessary love stories. We don't need that. I wish I would have gotten more lore from the grabber, why he is the way he is. But my expectations were fucking immense. I mean, it's still on number 37. There's almost half of the movies that we have on here, so it's okay. At number 36, we have also a movie that was so fucking hyped and had the weirdest trailer of all time with the fucking Naruto run. We have fucking Weapons at number 36. I had low expectations for this movie because the trailer looked like ass. It was everywhere, the trailer, with the fucking at 2:17 a.m. all the kids vanished. This is a true story of something that happened in my town. Like, I hated the trailer, and then I watched it and it was really good because first the trailer came out, I hated it, and then everybody said, it's the craziest horror movie of the year, it's the best movie of all time, it's like completely new, like never before. And the sound was, I remember in that movie the sound was, like the bass was so crazy at one point that the geländer, like of the stairs, like the handle, like the metal handle, it just fucking vibrated. Like the whole movie theater fucking vibrated because of the bass. It was insane. I love that shit. Great. And now at number 35, y'all are gonna crucify me for this. Because this is the movie that is probably considered the best movie of the year by many, just like Superman or Formula 1. And that is One Battle After Another. Okay, so once again, I hated the trailer. I don't know why I fucking despised the trailer. I did not like it. But then people said it's the best movie of the year, so I was like, okay, you know, gotta watch it, man. And I liked it. I really liked the villain, what was his name? I was about to say fucking Thundercock. No, it wasn't Cockjaw. Lockjaw, right? Lockjaw. I think it was the most interesting character in the movie. It's just not really like my story. Like at number 34, we have a movie that I watched in Spain. It was the first movie ever that I watched in Spain, and then there's Thunderbolts. It says it right here. Thunderbolts. I loved it, but it was way too short. It felt like 10 minutes. The movie felt like 10 minutes. The void. Holy shit. Insane villain. Fucking Yelena. It just felt so short. And then at the end, because at Thunderbolts they always had the little star at the top. And then at the end it got revealed that it is the little star because they're called the New Avengers. Who wants that? Who wants that? Nobody. Nobody. It's like fucking making like a new Harry Potter with fucking, I don't know. The new Harry Potter. No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants a new Harry Potter. Nobody wants a new Avengers. Like, just be the Thunderbolts. You know, why do we have to? I don't know, that just kind of made it a few places lower on the list for me. Number 33 is another movie that I did not expect being that good, and that is Heretic. I watched it. And guys, can you see the movie? Was really cool, really good. I think it was the one about religion, right? Where this one guy explored every religion, and they, oh yeah, there were these church girls coming in this old man's house, and then he trapped them inside and made them question their existence and shit. And the ending was trash. It was something with a butterfly, I think. Yeah, it was a good movie. I did not expect it to be that good. Holy shit. The next one is Bone Lake. That was also a movie that only played once in our cinema, but I had free that day, so I watched it. It was just, again, I didn't watch the trailer, didn't watch nothing, didn't even read the description, nothing. I just saw Bone Lake screening one time only. We were only 4 people in the cinema. Spoiler, this was like a movie about this sister and this brother who were killing people at their like family residence, and I think they also killed their parents or some shit. It's like, it was really weird, uncomfortable, nice movie. It was just a nice movie. 31, I don't have a card for this. Number 31, we have Demon City. This, like, I haven't watched a lot of Japanese movies so far, but most of the time it's like, okay, some mafia guy just murders your whole family, and then you take revenge on them. And that's literally the plot of the movie. Some guy murdered his whole family, and he takes revenge on them. And it's very simple, but I like that. Sometimes you just need a good old Japanese revenge movie, man. And that's what Demon City was to me. At number 30, we're now in the top 30, guys, is Bugonia. Also a movie that's probably very, very high for many people. I really liked it. The government, society, they're all trying to make us believe all of our bosses are aliens. That's probably not what the message of the movie is, and I'm probably too dumb to understand the real message of the movie, but I had a lot of fun watching Bugonia. It was a really fun movie. At number 29 is a movie that is probably also in the top like 10s for many people, and that is The Fantastic Four. I love this movie so much. When I watched this movie, I felt like I was 8 years old again watching, what's his name, Iron Man. Like, the feeling of watching like a cool superhero movie for the first time, that's how this felt with fucking Galactus, I think the villain was. It was from fucking July, okay, that's fucking half a year ago. When he came on, I watched it in 3D and in the original version in English. Holy shit, it was insane. It was insane. Also, Johnny Storm was his name, right? The guy that was played by Joseph Quinn. Joseph Quinn, yeah, right, Joseph Quinn. What is his fucking name? Really loved him. Really funny character, like genuinely funny. I loved more than the Fantastic Four than I loved an Anaconda. Okay, I'm so pissed about Anaconda. Yeah, loved this movie so much. At number 28 is, because I did not know where to put this movie, I have a lot to say about this one. At number 28, we have 28 Years Later. I put it there because of, well, 28, you know. I actually screamed in a cinema. Like, I threw a fit. I screamed. I was not ready, actually. After the movie, I fucking... I'm not even gonna tell you what I did, but it involves gas station and things. I had a hard time, recovering from the movie. And then it took me a few weeks, a few days to get the vision. But then I got the vision. And I got the vision now, and now there is a framed picture of... Actually, you're not gonna believe me this, so... Yep, I wasn't lying. Anyways, this is what it has come to. I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm just gonna say I'm getting the vision. And I'm really... excited and will be delighted for what comes next in the Bone Temple. That's gonna... The fuck? At number 27, we have The Conjuring, Last Rites. I really enjoyed the first 2 movies. I actually enjoyed like the whole background story thing they did there. Also some solid horror aspects in the movie. It was a solid movie. At number 26, we have... I'm not gonna pronounce this. It is the Demon Slayer movie. The thing is, Demon Slayer is the only manga I ever read, like from beginning till end, in 2022. And there was one of my favorite characters of all time in there, Akasa. And that movie was his time to shine. Like, they explain his backstory, like everything, his whole stuff. And I really loved that. But the thing is, I already knew it, and nothing will ever compare to when you first read the manga when you were fucking 20 years old versus now watching it in cinemas. It just wasn't the same anymore. It's still very high on the list. It is number fucking 26 from 63, so it is pretty good. But that's it. Number 25. And yet I was actually not kidding when I said I'm gonna put this movie above Superman in One Battle After Another and Begonia. It is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Judge me if you want. You can all hate me. You can all hate me, but I'm gonna stand by my decision. I mean, what do you expect from me? I got a fucking Springtrap tattoo on my thigh. I got a fucking Glitch Trap tattoo on my leg. Like, my fucking second name is Charlotte, and they fucking put one of my favorite characters, the puppet aka Charlotte, in there. And fucking reference the one thing that Henry said. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, nobody was there to lift you up in your arms like the way you lifted others into yours or something like that. And then there's this scene where Puppet fucking raises up and has Charlie in her arms. Alone that scene deserves fucking spot number 25, I'm sorry, but... And we get fucking Matthew Lillard and Skid Ulrich again in the same movie. The fucking, you know, Scream, the... Billy Loomis and Stu Mark. Guys, this you wouldn't get it, guys. It's not clocking to you guys. It's not clocking to you guys. I'm very surprised that I even went into this movie for whatever reason. It is Mission Impossible Part 8, The Final Reckoning, I think it was. I actually watched the first part for this in theaters when it came out in like 2022 or 3 it was. I think it was 2022, and it sucked. It sucked so bad. And when this one came out, I think I just had like an extra free ticket. I was like, come on, let's just watch it, you know. Holy shit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember one single scene. I just remember going out of the cinema and like the whole time my adrenaline was just on fucking like my heart rate. I almost got a heart attack, I think like 30 times. That's the only thing I can remember, just being so fucking tense that I almost started shitting myself. So I guess it must have been a really good movie. Number 23, oh, that was also a very good movie. Number 23, we have Final Destination Bloodlines, I think it was. So good. Holy shit, it was so good. The fucking beginning with fucking Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. Oh my god, like, oh my god, I remember the fucking trailers with the septum guy and the whole piercing studio thing that happened. Oh my god. It just had so many highlights in it. Fucking loved it. I love every Final Destination movie I have. At number 22, it's a Christmas movie and it's called Silent Night, Deadly Night. And the actor that plays the main character here, I think also played in The Monkey, also a movie everybody hated. And in Halloween Ends, he played the one character that also everybody hated. And I just realized that the actor was born on the same day as me, on the 23rd of September. And he was only born like 4 years before me. He's only 4 years older than me, which is crazy. Getting old, guys. Sometimes the female characters are just fucking, you know, the love interest and like she's a little bit on the side. No, this girl in this movie, holy shit, I loved her. I fucking loved her. Also the ending, oh, I loved it. Usually I hate it when, I'm gonna spoil you the movie. He dies and she becomes the new Christmas killer. Loved it. It was really good. Even though I loved him, but she was also like, I was okay with him. At number 21, we have a movie I cannot show you because it does not exist on, you know, little piece of paper. And it is Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out story, once again with Daniel Craig, and I don't remember any of the other cast, I'm gonna be honest. I watched it on Netflix, of course, and not in a movie theater, but even though I watched it on fucking Netflix, it sucks that it still was a good fucking movie. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, sadly. We had this little priest character in it, going into this new church community, and there's some weird shit going on and a murder happens, and then my fucking battery's running out of fucking battery again. I'm going insane. Number 20, we have a movie that I also have a poster for actually, and that is The Accountant 2. And I'm gonna be honest, I only went in there because I also love Jon Bernthal. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. And of course I mainly know him from The Punisher, and I loved it. I love action movies, and if it's cool. Oh, I have to tell you a story. When I watched this movie, you know how I told you that I always sit at the 3rd row from the front, and the whole movie theater was empty. there was one seat taken, my place. So there's just one sole guy that's sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna sit right next to him. I don't give a fuck, this is my spot, I'm gonna sit right next to him. I come into this theater, I sit directly next to him, every other seat is free. And I kid you not, this guy looked like Ryan Gosling. There's actually no way. I am sitting in the accountant shoe in my spot and fucking this Ryan Gosling looking guy next to me. And then I told him like hey, you know, I always like this seat. I hope it doesn't bother you. Like if you want, I can also like move a few seats. He was like, oh no, it's fine. I also love like, you know, this seat. And like we bonded a bit, talked about movies and stuff. He was so nice. He was so kind. We also talked about after the movie. He was such a nice guy. It was overall just such a cute experience. At number 19, we have also a very recent movie. And that is the third Avatar movie. I just fucking love the Avatar movies, I'm gonna be honest. I was a kid when the first one came out. I was 8 when the first one came out. I watched it in cinemas and it blew me away. The whole world, the whole story. And then when The Way of Water came out once again, just every time, I think I never watched these movies at home. I actually just watched them when they're in theaters. And just when you're in the movie theater and watch this movie, also it's in fucking higher frame rate, the HFR. It is just so insane. Like you feel like you are in this other universe, and of course the story and it's always the same, and people say it's the same over again. It's just like The Way of Water, just like it's the same plot over and over again. But just being put in that universe for 3 hours, I fucking love it. I fucking love it. That's all I'm gonna say. I fucking love Avatar. Also, fucking Quaritch, my favorite character, and the fire lady, Barang was her name. Holy shit, dog. Love it. At number 18, we have a music movie. We have A Complete Unknown. The movie about Dylan. It wasn't fucking March. I don't remember shit, I'm gonna be honest. I watched it with a friend, and I remember like after the movie I was like I was in the vibe. I was in the vibe. I was just in a really good mindset, and that's why it's very high on the list. I loved it. And at number 17, we have another music movie. And it is the Springsteen movie. Another fun fact, Bruce Springsteen and me were born on the same day, on September 23rd. That was reason number 1 why I wanted to watch it, and reason number 2 is because I love Jeremy Allen White. It was a real, sad story, good acting, everything. I just fucking loved it. I had a very good time watching this. At number 16, holy shit, many people are gonna hate me for this once again, because it is a really hated movie, everybody hates this movie. It's Tron Ares. I'm gonna say it, Jared Leto was hot in Tron Hours. I'm gonna say it, I don't give a fuck. With fucking 9 Inch Nails soundtrack. And Evan Peters. The tattoos here. I should rank these because of the plot. God, this is why this is my ranking. This is not like an official, I'm gonna analyze the whole screenplay and how the lighting was and how the camera worked and how the aspect ratio changed and shit. No, this is my list. If I think that Jared Leto and Evan Peters were hot in Tron Hours and this is why I'm putting them at number 16, then this is the case. This is my list and I can do what I want. At number 15, also a really hot man, The Amateur. We have Rami Malek in The Amateur. I think John Bernthal also had a small role in this. I think I remember he was this one dude at this one restaurant that was like, hey, what's up? Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. It was in April, I don't remember a lot. I remember that I fucking got the poster for the movie because I liked it so much, so I must have liked it a lot. God, dementia is not fun, guys. He was just like this CIA guy or something like that, and then I think it was also a revenge story, and he did some illegal stuff that was, but he was kind of a hero in his eyes, and it was a good movie, and he was hot. And at number 14, I don't have a card for this because it was a Netflix release. At number 14, we have Frankenstein. Holy shit, it probably would have been number 2, because nothing will top number 1. It probably would have been number 2 if it was released in theaters everywhere. I mean, it was released in Ireland when I was there. It played in theaters, but I didn't have the time to watch it because I wanted to watch other movies. And yeah, I watched on Netflix. It was amazing, and I'm just really pissed because I wanted to see fucking Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi and Mia Goth and Christoph Waltz was also in, right? Why was he in every movie this year? Love the guy. Christoph Waltz, bester man. Yeah, that's the only reason why it's only at number 14, because it was mainly a Netflix release. Number 13, most surprising movie for me. It was released in January, and I can still remember a lot, and that is Juror number 2, again with Nicholas Hoult. I fucking love the guy so much. I think it was directed by Clint Eastwood, right? Clint Eastwood, the man that will never die. My cat kind of looks like Clint Eastwood, actually. I'm gonna show you a picture. It was such a basic movie, but I enjoyed every second of it. It was tense, like the way it was written. It was, I think one of the reviews I saw was like, this movie could have been made 80 years ago, and you know, it's, yeah, but I love it. I love it. Give me more of those movies. I want fucking movies that feel like they could have been made in, I don't know, in the 40s, 50s. At number 12, we have a movie that I was very hyped for, that I ended up loving, of course. I mean, it is at number 12. It is The Long Walk. Holy shit. Holy shit, I enjoyed this way too much. That was, holy shit, such an emotional, tragic movie. I personally have not read the book, but I have a friend that read the book, and she said that there were some things that were not like in the book. Of course, it's always with those book-to-movie adaptations. Number 11. I did not watch this one in theaters, but I have it on DVD. I think that one was technically released in 2024 in other countries, but here was released in 2025. And that is Anora. I really loved Anora. I don't know what really much to say about this. It's a really... I don't want to say that like every girl can relate to her in some way or some shit like that, but there's just some parts of the character of Anora that kind of resonated with me, that I felt like were portrayed pretty well. I think there's also some controversy about the movie, about how Anora was portrayed in the movie and shit. I personally loved it. And now we come to my top 10, guys. My top 10. At number 10, we have another movie with Austin Butler. We got Caught Stealing. I also have a poster for this in my kitchen hanging, actually. I fucking love the... We have a cat, and we have fucking, what's his name? Steve Schreiber is his name. Fucking love the guy. I loved every character in this movie. It was a tragic fucking story. Randomly, like in the middle of the movie, something very tragic happens, and I fucking bawled my eyes. I was like, what the fuck? I did not expect this. Also the one British guy, I forgot his fucking name of the actor once again. I'm not gonna look back again. It is a fucking amazing movie. It was not really talked about. Also, it's from Darren Aronofsky, I think. The same guy that did Black Swan. And I think Requiem for a Dream as well. Number 9. Guys, top 9. We have another movie that I watched in Spain. And fun fact, they only showed it in Spanish. And I do not speak Spanish. No hablo español. No hablo español. The only thing I can say is... ¿Qué pasa, tío? Yeah, the movie I watched is Warfare. And let me tell you a fun story. So I watched it with my friend who speaks Spanish, so she the thing is, there was not a lot of talking in the movie anyway, so it didn't really matter, but she translated me everything that was said. And the last bus was already over because the movie was at 10:35 p.m. And we walked, I'm going to put up a screenshot if I still have it. We walked 13 kilometers watching Warfare. If you know what happens to some of the legs of the guys in the movie, and then we watched on the fucking south coast of Spain at night at the beach, most beautiful fucking area. That was just a crazy experience, watching fucking Warfare, being completely baffled by the true fucking events that happened in the movie and how they were depicted. Again, Joseph Quinn, I think. Insane acting by everyone. Also, like when the credits roll and they showed like the actual people that, you know, were in war back then, like to experience those events. Absolutely insane. I think nobody else walked 13 kilometers at night at the beach in Spain and South Spain after watching Warfare. So yeah, great experience, great movie. At number 8. Number 8 is another horror movie, guys. I was so surprised that I liked this. I had no expectations at all for this. At number 8, we have Bring Her Back. That was some insanely good demonic possession slasher type shit movie. Holy shit, I love this a lot. The practical effects were insane. I loved the story. I fucking loved it. That's all I'm gonna say. I love everything. There's nothing really much to say. Number 7 is another movie that I did not really expect much. I think it's another Stephen King adaptation. It is The Running Man. And that was a movie that was so action-packed. I had no idea what the story was going to be and stuff. Genuinely, like, I was in the show. Like, I loved just, like, I replayed it at the biggest room in our cinema. And, gosh, the sound was so good. And I just love when you go to the movies, when you sit down, when the movie starts, and instantly you're just with the characters in this fictional story, in this fictional town, in this fictional age, in this fictional game. Like, to me, I felt like I was really being transported into that universe. Like, I believed all of the shit that they said 100%. I was in it, and I had just so much fun. Like, during the movie, I sometimes looked at myself from like an other perspective and saw myself watching the movie and just how much I'm enjoying this right now. When I watched The Running Man, I was just enjoying life, man. Very, very good watch. So at number 6, we have Dracula, A Love Tale, and I watched this in Strasbourg in Frankreich, in France. The thing is, there were some weird, like, unnecessary stuff in the movie. For example, these like gargoyles, and when they turn like into these bald kids at the end. A spoiler alert, by the way. Like, what was that? That was weird. But once again, people are probably like, oh my god, this is probably like a horror movie. And of course, like the one from the 90s with Gary Oldman is very, very different. I'm just a sucker for those types of love tales with vampires and stuff, tragic love stories. And Caleb, great actor. Another movie I also watched a few years ago of his was Dog Man. Really, really loved him in Dog Man. If you haven't watched that one, you should check it out. Number 5, it is Nosferatu. And yes, as you can see, I watched this one on the 3rd of January. I think it came out earlier. I still put it in my ranking because I watched it in 2025. Very loved Nosferatu very much. I also actually already bought it on Blu-ray. I have it here. Actually right there. And number 4, that movie was so amazing. We have Companion. Was something completely new, I think. I fucking love, what's his name? He also plays in Dead Boy Detectives. He plays the Cat King. And he also plays... he played the one guy in Smile 2. I fucking love this movie so much. If it gets cheaper, I'm so gonna buy it on Blu-ray and watch it over and over and over again. Top 3, guys. Are you ready for my top 3 movies? Because I'm not. At number 3, we have Better Man. I'm dead serious. So let me tell you. It's the Robbie Williams movie. I was at such a low point in my life. I worked at a car upholsterer for 4 months, and I fucking hated it. I think if I would watch the movie again, I don't know if it would still hit me the same, but that day, I still had like, I also had like a shaved head, like I had a full Britney Spears moment in September 2024, and my hair was still really, really short in January last year. Like when I watched that and just Robbie Williams' whole story, because he also struck with some mental illness and stuff. It really got to me that day. I think many people hated this movie because they were like, oh, why is he a monkey? It's the weird monkey movie. But I hated it. I liked it. Fucking Better Man. Robbie Williams was like, let's make me a monkey. I'm like, hell yeah. Number 2. My second favorite movie that I watched this year is a movie that I watched in Galway, in Ireland. And God, I miss Galway, God, I miss Ireland, God, I miss them Irish pubs in Ireland. Oh my god, I just remembered, oh my god. The way I'm actually crying, okay. I lived, I stayed at, I think it was in County Clare, it was near Galway, a bit south from Galway. It was in the middle of nowhere. That was also why I had to get a rental car. I've never gotten a rental car before, by the way, and in Ireland they drive on the left side of the road, so you sit on the right side, you shift with the left hand. Of course I took a shifter's car because I'm not driving fucking automatic. What am I, a fucking pussy? I had this new Renault Clio, and I always drove into the middle of nowhere. You know, like these videos you sometimes see of like these really, really tight roads where another car can still approach you from the front. That was the type of roads that I drove all the time. I lived in the middle of nowhere in an Airbnb with the most loving family of all time. God, I miss them so much. I stayed there for 10 days. I fucking miss Ireland. I love Ireland so much. I miss Ireland. Fucking hell. Anyways, I watched fucking Nuremberg in Ireland. And that is my second favorite movie of Nuremberg. Holy shit. Again, Rami Malek. Fucking love the guy. Fucking Russell Crowe. It was about after World War II. After many of the Nazi had had people like Hitler, Goebbels, Himmler, and all of those people after they killed themselves. There was this one guy, what was his name? Was it Göring? Me trying to see if it says on here what the movie's about. Yeah, it was, and then this Rami Malek character was like interviewing him, kind of like being a therapist, finding out the psychology behind those evil those evil German people. I don't know, the movie just hit really hard. I mean, there I am sitting in Ireland as the only German person, probably, in the cinema in Galway watching this movie, and I don't know, it was also so random that I watched it at all. My number one movie, also in Germany, it has a slightly different title. The original title of the movie, of my favorite movie, and the thing is, it is not just my favorite movie of this year, it is my favorite movie of all time, actually. And that is Sinners. In Germany it's called Blood and Sinners, don't ask me why. I watched it 7 times in cinemas, I'm gonna prove it to you. At first I watched it on the 29th of April. Okay, now funny story. I remember how I told you that when I watched Nosferatu, the trailer for Sinners came on and I didn't really see shit because I was sitting in the front row. And I really liked the movie The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And there was this one scene in the trailer like where Mary goes into the juke joint, and that really reminded me of the scene where Lucy Gray performs like for the poor people in the little barn thing. And it really reminded me of that scene, so I was like, you know, it looks kind of interesting, but you know, I'm not really sure if I want to use one of my 4 free cards to go and see this movie this month. Because it came out on the 17th of April in Germany at least, and I watched it on the 29th. And I watched it in German, sadly. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I fucking loved it. And then I don't know what got into me. I don't know why. But then, you know, that was the 29th of April, right? Then I went to Spain in May, had a good time, watched Warfare and Thunderbolts there. And then on Friday, I remember it was a Friday the 13th, I decided to watch it in English because it was the 13th of June 2025. I decided to watch it again at night in English. Okay, I have tried in my head to explain to y'all why this is my number one movie without sounding like a fucking loser. Okay, so when I watched the movie for the first time, by the way, spoilers for the movie. When I watched the movie for the first time, the scene that really got me, of course, was the one scene that everybody's always talking about. So it plays in the 30s in the Mississippi Delta. And yeah, it is about the 2 twin brothers who were gone for 7 years from their hometown. They were in Chicago and did some sketchy business there, and then returned and opened this juke joint. And then these fucking vampires appear. At first it's just one vampire. It's remake played by Jack O'Connell. That was so funny because I did not know that vampires were gonna be in this movie. I knew nothing about this movie. And I saw Remick for the first time. Oh my god, the fucking red eyes, the teeth, I'm just gonna say they did a really good job. I think Mike Fontaine was the name of the makeup artist. He does so many good makeup looks for so many movies recently. Like I've been following on Instagram now. Holy shit, he's so talented. It's insane. Yeah, what I was gonna say, like first of all, this is the scene where Sammy sings "I Lied to You" for the first time, and all the ancestors appear because with the music he sings, kind of pierces the veil through past and present and future. Like they appear, and that scene just, you know, the scene is so crazy. And then like I sit there like fucking like us back, and then it cuts to Remy literally looking like the audience. And I was like looking into a mirror, and I was like, oh my god, he has the same reaction as me, like guys. And then he pulls up there the vampire, and he infiltrates this sacred, amazing fucking space, amazing fucking juke joint at Smoke and Stack Bill, also fucking Michael B. Jordan at Smoke and Stack. Holy shit, oh my god, bro. I fucking love Annie so much. It's so rare that literally every character in this fucking movie is amazing. I love Annie so much. The the fact that she, you know, will not accept this money, and it's also like, it's considered a horror movie, I think, and usually there's like only just dumb people in horror movies. Everybody is so fucking smart in this movie. Like Annie immediately knows, like, okay, first she thought it was Haynes, you know, ghosts, but then she realized, okay, god, and shit, it's vampires, and she knows her shit. She's prepared. They're all getting prepared. Everything is perfect. Just everything is fucking perfect. The fucking script, the acting, the makeup, the practical effects they did, because also the lenses are not CGI. It's actually real lenses that they made. Diese für diesen Film perfektioniert haben. The set design, even the one shot where the ceiling is burning down. That was the last scene I think they shot, and that's just, oh my god. And the music, holy shit. Actually, because I'm gonna show you, it's way too funny. Yeah, so my top song, taking a very wild guess. The fuck? What does it say? Okay, I can read it. Yeah, you can tell the type shit I'm on. Who the fuck has these as their top 5? Fucking Lana Del Rey, O'Connell, 21 Pilots, Leonard Cohen, Sinners. Just the fuck. Then I watched it for the 4th time in Frankfurt. I watched it in Frankfurt. Yeah, I drove to Frankfurt, to a different city, to watch it for the 4th time. It was also in OV. I watched it for the 5th time. We went to Hachenburg. There was also like a 2-hour car ride from here. Also in Germany again. It was amazing. That day, that was the 1st of July, I remember we went to the lake before that, and then to the movie, and just, it was like in summer, and just the ride to the cinema. It was like this really old, nostalgic cinema, and like the intro for the cinema logo was like from the 70s, like with film grain stuff, and the sound was just, was so amazing. And they gave out free posters. I got Sinners posters from that cinema. It was amazing. And then I watched it alone for the 6th time in Kassel on the 4th of July. And the Cascade, also amazing cinema. In German, once again, unfortunately, it was still amazing. I cried so much because that was the first time that I watched it alone. Because okay, so we just ran out of storage on my laptop and on my camera, so we are filming on my phone now. That movie means so much to me, not just because I watched it in cinemas so many times. It helped me so much, like mentally and spiritually, because I've been obsessed with so many movies, with so many characters in my life. But there was truly never anything like that, because, and with that movie I really found back to my love of cinema, because I studied film, and of course I wasn't there, but all the interviews I saw, for me, it seemed like it was perfect. Like from beginning to end, every department, everything was just perfect. And that just makes me so happy that this movie exists. A completely original story from Ryan Coogler, the director, by the way. There's just, you know, also a big reason why they made the villain, the remake, why they made them Irish, because, you know, there's so much history also. Every time it's gonna be in cinemas, I will, because the last time I watched it was in Cologne. I drove again 4 hours in total to watch that movie. I will travel the world for this movie, I don't care, and I hope I can see it on film in an IMAX theater one day. That will be my biggest dream. And the thing is, my favorite department when I worked on movie sets was always like the makeup department. Like practical effects was my stuff. You know, my cosplay, I do a lot of props on my set on my own. And oh my god, the way they did the teeth for Remick and for all of the other vampires, and the contact lens, and the makeup they did for Remick, holy shit, that just. And then all these songs, and then fucking, oh my god, Jack O'Connell is such a good actor, and all the actors are so good, and also fucking what's his name? That plays Sammy, Miles Caton. I think it was his first time ever in a movie, which is insane. He did such an amazing performance. Holy shit, I got goosebumps all the time. The whole cast is amazing. Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim. I even got my 2 parents to watch the movie with me. It's been a long time since I watched a movie together with 2 of my parents together. I both brought them here in my little 1-bedroom apartment, you know, and watched it with them, and I also got a banjo. I learned how to play the banjo because of the movie. This movie just had so many positive effects on my life. It's just so amazing. I'm just so glad this movie exists, and I think it will stay my #1 movie forever. So yeah, this is the end. I hope you enjoyed this video of my little ranking. Please tell me your favorite movies of 2025 in the comments down below. Don't know what my next video is gonna be, but stay tuned. Bye. Love you. Bye. Yeah, I also did a tiny painting of Remick. Of course, a Sinus poster, of course. And this little book I told you guys about that explains the VFX is amazing. I still haven't read the whole thing. Didn't have the time yet, but I'm so excited. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Yep.